Hey guys, how's it going? I'm gonna make this video just one take for now because I'm just frankly too busy to do any editing at this point. My life's been pretty busy. Aside from work, which I work regularly 9 to 5 days a week, I've also been getting heavily involved with the New Brunswick Film Co-op. One project I've been doing lately is helping this woman edit a teaser for a documentary she did on Gothic artist. This Gothic artist is, I think, 83 years old, and she's done over 100 pieces of Gothic art. I'll show you guys the teaser trailer that I finish up with this woman later on, sometime when it's finished. But that's pretty much been my life: going to work till 5, then getting off work, going directly to this other woman's house to help her edit her documentary until 11 or 12 at night, going to bed, going to work, going to edit documentaries. So I really haven't had much time to do much else. And I mean, I have a lot of video ideas, I have a lot of script ideas, I just don't have the time to actually follow through with them. One idea, after I settle down a little bit with the New Brunswick Film Co-op, is start volunteering for Rogers TV. And I heard that Rogers TV is always looking for like show ideas. So one thing I want to do, I think I mentioned this to you guys before, is start a talk show, because I know a lot of local musicians like Weak Size Fish, which, by the way, Weak Size Fish just came out with their second album. They have a couple tracks online, so I think you should check them out. Links in the description. It's a great album. I listened to it a few times today, but yeah. What was I saying? Anyway, yes, Rogers TV. Since I know a lot of people in the local film industry, or not film industry, well, now I'm starting to know people in the local film industry, but music industry, film industry, I know a lot of artists here in the East Coast and in Fredericton that I could potentially interview. And one thing I'm thinking we could do with this project, this community project, is always have like a sense, I guess, of communication back and forth with you guys, and you guys could help me with ideas for the show. So that's what I think maybe this channel will end up being. I mean, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here, but I'm thinking in my mind what I'd like to do is start volunteering at Rogers TV, and then start this talk show where I interview guests, but also at the same time maybe also make it like a talk show like TV, like Conan O'Brien, where he also has a lot of skits in between. So you guys could help me write some scripts and stuff like that, and as our community starts to grow, I mean, remember that animation idea that I had last time as an example, where I start to know a lot of people online, where we together could kind of brainstorm ideas for a script for a cartoon or something, and find someone maybe that is better at writing than I am, because I've never actually written a script. I'd like to, but it would be nice to us as a community come up with some ideas or something for a script, and then have someone who's actually good at script writing write it, and have an actual animator animate it, and have people from our community, once it gets bigger, to voice act or something, and then I could feature it on the show. I mean, this idea won't work if like Rogers TV has copyright laws where you have to pay to watch it or something. So I don't know. These are just ideas that are coming into my head. These are not solid at all. This video is going to be very long, I could tell, because I've already been rambling for, God, I don't know how long, probably already 5 minutes. But anyway, let's look at some of these comments that were on my last video. And let's make this like a 20-minute video, apparently, because I'm just rambling. So the first comment I see here is from, I don't really know how to pronounce your name. It's spelled L0KO1. I just usually call you Loki. So Loki says, I love smiling randomly to strangers. Most of the time they smile back. And yeah, smiling at strangers is pretty sweet because it makes them feel good and it makes you feel good. And that's usually how you make friends too, with like, if you, I don't know, I'm stumbling. Okay. Anyway, next thing. The Insanity Prod says, I like the whole animation thing, what I was just talking about. Voice acting is fun. I wish I could think of another idea, but my mind is a bit dry at the moment. I forget how I found Mike Marino on YouTube. He's talking about me. Mike Marino's me. He's talking about me. I think it may have been through my recommendations when I was watching a lot of Wheezy Waiter. I have considered vlogging for a long time on my second channel, but it is probably going to wait for a few months. I want to vlog about political and social issues. I'd use different camera angles and never use jump cuts. So reading this, I think it's great that you want to start vlogging. I think you should. I don't know why it's going to wait for a few months. So why exactly can't you start now is my question. Maybe you just don't have a camera, I guess. But I'm a little curious what you mean by different camera angles and never use jump cuts. I know like a lot of people will talk, and if they have like a break in their sentence, they'll just jump to the next scene. So what do you mean? Like you'll say, hello, I'm the Insanity Man. Remember, this is one take, so you hear all of my stumbles and stuff that I normally cut out with jump cuts, which is what he's talking about. And I'm going to go off topic a lot and my goal is to make these videos a lot shorter, but be able to do these in one take. So I just have to be able to learn how to do that. Anyway, I'm rambling. But different camera angles, so you'd be like, I'm the Insanity Prod. Today, I'm talking about, like, never mind. Oh my god. Maybe I will use jump cuts in this video because I'm stumbling all over the place. Anyway, we're moving on because okay, so the Svart Demon says, what about sending some music? Creating. That would be good rap, pop, etc. So I'm not really quite sure what you're trying to say in this. I think what the Svart Demon means is create some music online, so someone plays guitar and then they send that clip of the guitar to someone else in the community or over somewhere else in the world. Just send it over the internet to some bassist to lay down a bass line, and then they'll send that track over to someone who's a drummer or something. I think that's what he means. And I think that would be like a pretty cool idea, have like musicians from all over the world. I know like DFTBA Records does stuff like that, where I think people collaborated from the UK over the computer and actually worked physically in the same room creating music. So that could definitely be interesting, and I've heard of other YouTubers doing this. So yeah, I mean, I play music myself. I like some rap music. Like I like old 80s hip hop like Dr. Dre and Tupac. I like Cypress Hill, stuff like that. I don't necessarily play rap myself. I might play some rap like bass lines and funky bass lines, I guess. But I play more, I guess, funk and folk and reggae-ish stuff. Reggae, folk, funk. Yeah. So that's that. So that is a good idea. So one thing I'd like you guys comment on these ideas that are coming up. If you think the Svart Demon's ideas is a good idea, you think his music idea is a good idea, then leave a comment saying it's a good idea, or add on to his ideas. So like, I want to eventually to keep brainstorming. This is kind of like the brainstorming sessions right now. Okay, this video is going to go on for 5 million hours. Griff Killer. Griff Killer says this. I actually have an idea for a web show idea that I was thinking about. It never really got off the ground. If someone wants to see it, I'll email it. And Griff Killer, I actually did get your email. You did send that to me. I didn't get a chance to take a look at it because, as I said, I was really busy. But I did get it in my email. I seen it there, and I'll have to remind myself to look at it. I'll take a look at it sometime, for sure. Cam Doggy says this reminds me of Delicious Steak. And Delicious Steak, yeah. Which is I actually like that comment because one of my favorite channels is Dan Brown's Delicious Steak show. I kind of like the idea, instead of just doing silly videos like I used to in the past, actually talk about something, I guess, meaningful. Dan Brown actually has topic-based vlogs where he talks back and forth to his community about actually significant issues like politics, ideas for the future, and I just find that a lot more interesting. I mean, my favorite channels aren't the ones that are silly. Like, I love humor, but I love Dan Brown's channel, the Vlog Brothers. I love Vsauce. I don't know if you guys watch Vsauce. That if you haven't watched the channel Vsauce, I'd highly recommend it. It's spelt Vsauce. Yeah. But yeah, he has like a lot of really interesting, well done videos on psychology and science, but they're just more, they're not drawn out like science classes like you'd take in high school. They're actually like all of the interesting stuff compiled into 4-minute videos. And there's just a crap load of information, but it's all really interesting facts. Like, I don't know, just check it out. I recommend. I gotta learn how to make these videos shorter too.